All right, I wanted to do a comparison video between these two power banks here. They're solar power banks. They're by Blavor, and on the left here, I've got the W12 Pro, and on the right, I've got the PN-W05. I think I'll just call them the W12 Pro and the W05 just to make it easier on me. One of the big differences, as you can see with the W12 Pro, is that it comes with 4 solar panels. These solar panels are larger, and they're also rated at 300 milliamp hours each. So in total, they're capable of producing or charging the power bank at 1.2 amps, whereas this one here, the single panel on the W05, is only rated at 230 milliamp hours. So yeah, it's going to charge a lot slower, more than 4 times slower. You're going to need to also keep in mind that it depends on the intensity of sunlight. So if we're assuming 25,000 lux, that's how you're going to be able to draw that maximum amount of power. Otherwise, you're probably going to it's going to be spotty, hit and miss, depends on whether the sun goes behind the clouds. As you can tell as well, the W12 Pro is larger and heavier than the W05, so 600 grams versus 265 grams. That's something if you really want to take out with you on a longer trip and you don't mind the extra weight. It's not a huge, 600 grams, not a big deal. But for me, if I'm just going on a short trip and I just want to chuck a charger in my backpack, or maybe just keep something permanently in my backpack, I'll probably pick this one here just because it's lighter. It still has that solar charging function. Another thing as well, the W12 Pro has an additional diffuse camping light. They both have these normal torch lights here, normal flashlights, sort of spot beams. There's a dual beam here on the W05, which honestly doesn't make a difference. I'd say both of them are as bright as each other, but yeah, if you look here on the W12 Pro, you've got this camping light, as you can see there, and there's different modes to it as well. It is pretty bright. It's a lot brighter than the flashlight, and the quality of light is better as well. It's less bluish. Now, in terms of construction, they both feel pretty sturdy, but the W12 Pro feels a little bit more fragile on this section where you've got the solar panels connected, despite being larger. And that's because they are attached to the side by this piece of material here, which I think, would be susceptible to tears if you really got into it, or if it got hooked onto something, whereas the W05, it doesn't have that issue. It's just got that main solar panel here in the front. Say in the case that you did damage this solar panel, you're still going to be able to use the power bank anyway by charging it. I'm not sure if this panel can work independently of these ones if this connection is severed though. They both have a compass on them, except on the W12 Pro, it's actually inbuilt here at the base, whereas on the W05, it's just attached to the carabiner here. You get the USB-C charging cable as well. And another difference is that the W05 has wireless Qi charging. So if you have any of those particular devices, that's going to make life a lot easier for you. Now, I'll just show you as well underneath these charging ports. They both, all of them, basically can charge 3 devices, but in the W12 Pro, you've got a bit more space here, 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port, okay? Whereas you've only got 1 USB-A, 1 USB-C port, plus that Qi charger on the back. So technically that can charge 3 devices as well. But wired connections, if you really need to charge 3 devices via wired connection, then this is the one that you'd want to get, the W12 Pro. So yeah, essentially if you want high capacity, faster solar charging ability, but you don't mind carrying around a larger and heavier power bank, performance wise, you just can't go past the W12 Pro. All the ratings are higher in every case, but again, you're just gonna have to deal with the size of it. Whereas if you just want a smaller one that has that solar charging ability, 10,000 milliamp hours is still, quite respectable. You'll be able to charge up, a typical phone a couple of times. This is a really good option. And you've got that wireless charging as well.